So y'all, I'm just outside letting my kids enjoy some time outside, out in this beautiful back space where I live. Isn't it beautiful, guys? Trying to get a view. Can't. There you go. It's so beautiful. But anyway, I got a story I need to let you guys know. Yeah. But anyway, let me get to the blessing part, because God is about to give you more than you expected, more than you can think of, more than you can imagine, more than you probably even deserve. Like, I'm telling you, he's about to do it for you. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you my testimony, because my God, like what God did for me, I did not expect it. So yeah, anyway. So a few weeks ago, I got this letter on my door from the Tenant Association. And that is, what, I signed my name on, to be able to make some changes. I signed my name, with the Tenant Association so that we can see some changes take place in this building, because it's a very nice place, as you can see, but there has been like a lot of, just craziness going on. Like, people have just been really like, not taking care of the building. Like, it's people that came from like other places, that they're, come from areas that's not really well taken care of, and they came over here and they, kind of carry the same behavior. And it just tore up something that's supposed to be luxurious, quiet, peaceful. It just made it loud, crazy, trashy, and we wasn't having it. So anyway, bottom line is, I signed that. Weeks later, I get a letter on my door saying, for all those who, signed to help make these changes, we're going to give you a compensation. Now, everybody had, particular days that they could come to a meeting depending upon your last name. So, like A through so-and-so had a particular date, and so on and so forth. So I was sitting back and I was just waiting, like, for my date to come, right? So I was just like, oh yeah, I wonder what it is. Like, it's probably going to be a little Starbucks card, a little Chick-fil-A card, a little Uber gift card. I was thinking it's really going to be some sort of gift card or some small token, and, something small. But God, once again, gave me more than I expected. So here I go. I tell my son, okay, come on, when the days come, for me to go to my particular meeting that day, you know, let's go downstairs and see what's going on. Oh, maybe they might have some little, snacks and some favors or whatever for the people. Now, mind you, I'm late for the time of whatever the meeting is supposed to be. So when I get on there, there's nobody down there. I'm like, oh my God, I done missed out. Oh my goodness. So I get down there, and y'all, I did not miss out. So yeah, I walk in there. I see the head of the tenant association and like two other people. And I walk in there, and they looking like they packing things up, and it's like really nothing going on. It's just like three people standing there. So I'm just like, okay. So I go in there, and I'm like, yeah, say my name, Raven Harris. They're like, oh, Raven Harris. Oh yeah. Like, it's like they was expecting me. Like, they just knew I was coming. Like, and like I said, literally, it looked like the lady was just packing stuff up, like, about to, like, move forward. And I was like, oh my God, I came right at the right time. So again, here I am thinking it's about to be a small compensation. I go in there with a good attitude. Like, I'm talking, I'm smiling, I'm greeting everybody like, hey, I'm so glad that we did this because we need these changes in this building, whatever. And next thing you know, God is just like using me, and I just kind of say some stuff, and I believe I ministered to like one of them, because like the way the person looked at me was like, oh my God, you said something that struck the chord. So yeah, I knew that God always has me in a specific place at a specific time for a specific reason. Like I said, mind you, I was late. So I just knew that it was only God. Like he ain't allowed me to be in there with nobody else around or anything. So again, I go in there, they ask me for my ID. I'm just like, okay, here you go. And she said, Raven Harris, yep, here you go. She pulls out this paper and I don't know what it is. You know, I'm thinking it's some little voucher for something, right? So she lays it on the table and she gets the paper out so I can sign my signature off, you know, checking my ID, all of that at the same time. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm not really paying attention to, you know, what's laying on the table. When I tell you I just looked over like this. Then I looked over at my son. He wasn't even paying me no attention. And then I looked over again. I was like, and luckily I had my mask on, so you couldn't really see like what was going on with my mouth and my face, because I was like, and all I saw was a 3 and multiple zeros. When I tell you God is going to give you more than you expect, believe me when I tell you this. He is not playing no games for his peculiar people. He is blessing us like it's nothing. Like he's not playing. So for anybody just sitting back waiting, been waiting on that miracle, waiting for that breakthrough, you know, sitting back expecting, praying and praying and praying, you know, going through phases of lack and attacks and all this other stuff, trust God, because when he says he's going to give you more than you expect, he will do that. And that is just the beginning of it. Like that was just a small piece. God said there's going to be more than where that came from. So like I said, like I can't give you the full numbers, but when I tell you it was more than enough, it was more than enough. I was expecting a small token. And God gave me triple that. Triple. And it covered a lot of my worries. It covered a lot of stuff that I was concerned about. Like, I'm not saying like it covered every entire, you know, issue that I was having, but it was right on time. When that saying is that God is always on time, he is always on time. Never late, never too early. He is always right on time. So God is really even showing me, daughter, I need you to trust me. You keep getting upset. You keep getting discouraged. You know, you getting a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be unmovable and unshakable and just trust me. And God said, you know what? I have to do this for you because at the end of the day, I want you to trust me. This is just not no one-in relationship. Like, it's not just, okay, you put all your trust, you know, in me and then, you know, have all this faith and then I just do nothing. So let me show you a little of what I can do. And I'm grateful enough for that. So I'm telling you. And when you do get a blessing, make sure you bless others. Make sure you sow back. Because God said in this season, every time I bless you with something, I want you to sow. He said, this is how it's about to go. I'm going to give you something and you got to give back out. I'm going to give you something and you're going to give back out. And it's going to keep being repetitive thing like that in your life. So once that breakthrough come through, once that financial breakthrough come through or whatever breakthrough you looking for, sow back in that same area and watch God keep flipping that thing. He's going to keep flipping that thing. I'm telling you, there's an open heaven right now and you want to be up under that cloud. Like, this is how God is operating. Either you're going to be under this glory cloud, okay, reaping for all of everything you've had to go through, reaping all of the harvest, or you're going to be under the dark cloud, getting the wrath. I don't want to be under here. And if you attach to anybody that you know supposed to be up on this side, you better detach yourself. Because I'm telling you, once I made a decision to start detaching myself from that which did not belong, that which did not serve me any longer, this glory cloud came over me. When I was on the other side, I had a dark cloud, a gray cloud over me. And it took a minute to shake it. But God said, look through the cloud, look through it, because that's what my glory is. And I did that. And I held on to faith. God knows I'm a woman of faith, and he sure enough stretched my faith in this season. I'm telling you, because I was so down and out, like not down, but like I was just at like a little bit of a low point, and I couldn't understand, like, God, why are you not coming through? Like, why these things keep coming? Like, why all these different attacks coming? Like, I'm supposed to have had this amount of money at this time. Like, why this stuff wasn't in my account? Like, why this is not happening? Why is it such a hold on this and a hold on that? And I'm like, God, what's up? And he was like, because I want to show you something, that even without that, I'm going to perform for you. And I want you to keep my faith. Whew. Y'all, I'm telling you, when God says he's going to do more than you expect, believe him. God is doing more than you expect in this season. Trust him, believe him, hold on. I'm trying to tell you, I am example. I am a living testimony. I'm a person that I went through something. I was lacking. I was getting attacked from left and right. And God said the area that he's going to bless you in, that's where the attack is going to come the hardest. So I know that God is blessing my finances. And that's one of the most biggest things, like, I've been needing to see a breakthrough in for a long period of time. Like, I have had like enough, but I've only had like just enough. And I've been happy with that. And I've been a steward over it. But God said, because you were a steward over little, I'm going to make you a ruler over plenty. And I'm going to give you more than you expected, because you had faith when you had nothing. You had faith when you had little. You was at peace and you was content when you had nothing and when you had little. So I got to do something for you. I got to come through. That's how God is coming right now. So this is to encourage you. He's giving you more than you expect. Believe him.